Well, good morning again. It's Lee with Stutzman Brothers here on site in beautiful Tampa, Florida on a brisk morning. Going to take a look at some Quercus virginiana, some live oak clump here. I believe there's 6 stems coming out, and we're going to do a little inspection on some deadwood removal, do some inspection on the fruiting bodies that we've seen in the center, and a little end weight reduction. Very minor pruning, but some detailed stuff on this really nice clump of live oaks that fortunately was saved. They just put this new building up not too long ago and elected to retain this clump of trees, fortunately, so we're going to take good care of them. So let's get suited up and take a look. So we're going to do a little deadwooding. Get some of these larger pieces of deadwood out over here and over here in the upper canopy. You can see some dieback, pretty standard for a old live oak like this. We're gonna go ahead and get this right there. We're gonna get that out of there, inside of the tree. Or in the crotch, actually. Kind of a bad spot over here that I noticed also. I'm gonna get a little closer and see if the integrity is degraded to a point that it should be removed, but I don't think so. It's not much weight on the end of that branch, and so we'll probably be able to keep it just fine. One other thing that we'll look at is on the other side of this tree is a big wound where it tore out, or a branch tore out, that we will take a look at. Up here in the tree, checking out some of the fruiting bodies on this branch. There is some decay that I see right over here. There is a type of fruiting body on the surface down there. There's another type right here and another type up here, and you can see some inside of the rotted spot and some loose bark in the upper canopy. So let's see what we need to do with this branch. Here, all 3 types on this same branch. A little bit there, there's a couple of those coming out, and a couple of another variety. Other varieties right up here. So we're going to get some close-up pictures, and I think I recognize 2 of them, but we'll do a little research. And as you can see, this branch has some things going on. All 3 on this one branch. You can see some internal decay here, some rot with fruiting bodies coming right out of the rot. So almost certainly a culprit of the degradation of this branch. And you can also see some loose bark. It's just rot underneath there. There's actually some different type of fruiting bodies underneath here, and some rot going on. Not that prevalent of a situation on an old live oak like this. This is apparently some decay that is affecting the structure of the tree. Oftentimes we see fruiting bodies that are benign, that have no adverse effect or very little. In this case, we'll have to do a little research on these fruiting bodies, but I think this infection is not entirely benign. We elected to take the lead off down to some sprouts. So we removed 2 of the concerning fruiting bodies. so we cut it back just a little beyond the white rot. There is a different type of fungus on the surface here, but it doesn't appear to be affecting it too much. So we're gonna leave that. Came back to the only sprout possible, and never like to practically stub it off like that, but for the time being, I think it's better than coming all the way back to the main lead. So we'll leave that there, let that main lead continue to grow, and with that little bit of foliage at the end, it's not going to gain any girth, so we'll slowly, very slowly better the aspect ratio there. I think it was pretty wise to elect to remove this branch. It was a nice sized branch, as you can see, but quite a bit of white rot, real punky white rot under this infected area, and it actually goes quite a ways around. Not digging into the heartwood, or very little, but still definitely degrading and going to continue to rot that branch, so probably best to remove it. Here is the tear out we were talking about on the other side of the tree. As you can see, the heartwood has some brown rot from some fungi. Also, here's a end weight reduction pruning example. We had to take some weight off of this branch, and here's a good example of that. And with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.